Well, my little bit of stainless steel tube's arrived and I've cut it to length and faced off the ends. So now all we've got to do is make it the right colour. Well, at least that's the next stage. So to make it the right colour, we will need two things. One is heat and the other is an oil bath, which we have both here. And we're just going to heat it up until I think it's roughly the right colour, and then we'll dunk it in the oil. So, time to blue the smokestack or chimney. And I've done this before in other videos, but I thought I'd do it again because it's good fun, and it's, you know, it's just it's nice to see it actually happen. So we're going to heat this up until I can get it to the more or less the colour I want, and then we're just going to dunk it in the engine oil. Simple as that. And that's our blued chimney. And it works very well. And as Kev from Mr. Factotum's workshop said, you can also use this technique to blacken ordinary steel. You get an ordinary bit of mild steel, heat it up, get it nice and hot, and dunk it in some old black engine oil. You'll get a nice black bit of metal come out of it. Very, very useful technique, and very, very simple. And you don't need oxyacetylene or anything, but ordinary gas torch like I use is more than good enough to get it hot enough to get the colour change. So yeah. So that's the smokestack done. Well, I think we're pretty much ready to put this thing back together. All the painted parts are painted. They've had a good few days to dry off and harden. I spent a bit more time on the lathe, and I machined up a little bit of brass bar stock, which is the smokestack mount, and I've literally soldered on there because obviously we have to block up that rivet hole that was in the middle there. So that's done. So yeah, I think it all looks quite good. It goes on there like that, and this should sit in there with a bit of luck. There we go. Yep. So I think we can start putting it back together. Well, the Weeden 123 is finished, and I don't think it came out too bad. I've borrowed a governor off of one of my other Weedens for the purpose of the video, and also hopefully when we get it running. But yeah, I think it looks okay. I think it's probably something like it would have looked when it was new. I did replace the steam pipe. I don't like putting on putting back old steam pipes. This is a very old engine, and brass or copper tube. It goes hard with age, and it very easily snaps. So I just bent up a new piece of same diameter copper brass tube to act as a steam pipe. But yeah, it's all done, and I think all that's left now is to see whether it will actually run. Now, second attempt at steaming the Weeden 123, and the first attempt had to be aborted due to the fact that, let's just burn a bit, there was a severe leak from the back of the cylinder here. I hadn't realised that the cylinder cap was actually threaded, it screws on, and the gasket was basically all dried out and it just crumbled away, so there was a big leak out of that. Then we had a leak out of the boiler, which is why you can see that there is now solder around here. So yes, all in all, not too successful the first time, but hopefully this time we'll be a bit better. So we'll let it build up some pressure and hopefully we'll be away. Well, I think we might be nearly there. Yeah, we're off now. Great. Oh, runs like a trooper. Have to be very mindful of the water level in the boiler. The boiler only holds about 150 millilitres. So I put about 100 millilitres in, so that seems to run alright, doesn't it? Ooh, we're slowing down. Yeah. Might be that the belt is a little tight on the. I thought it was fairly loose, but that's all right. It's going. Weeden 123 under steam, first time after restoration. Way! Oh, I'm pleased with that. Yeah, the steam really was pouring out at the end here before I put that nitro load ring on. They don't quite keep going, but it does run, that's the important thing. I think the restoration turned out okay. I need to find, maybe I might have a go at casting a dummy governor for it, as obviously this is a borrowed one off one of my other Weeden engines. Let's see whether the whistle works. It's probably going to stop the engine from running because we're going to use some steam up, but well, we've got a vague whistle, but mainly just water. There we go, we're off again. Well, there's not much wrong with that. It does tend to prime quite badly to start with, and bear in mind that, you know, the water level was round about here in the boiler, so, you know, that's running a treat now. Well, I think that about wraps it up for the Weeden 123. Turned out very nicely. Well, a little bit to do, but you know, these onions are worth spending the time on. So I'm going to turn the gas off now because, as I say, there's very little water in the boiler. It'll probably run down quite quickly. Okay, there we go. The Weeden 123. Under steam for the first time since its restoration. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. Cheers.